goodness gracious.
I'm Renee.
Crazy. Jamie showed me this reel with this girl. Her mom said, she must have been from South, but she said, is that pink or something like that? And the little girl's like, pink. Anyways.
Very glad you're here to join us.
Yes.
Once again. So that's our intro.
That's it. That's all you get.
Whether you like it or not.
Whether you like it or not.
Okay.
So we want to thank our friend Tiffany.
Yes.
For some suggestions for podcast topics. I feel God's leading in at least one of those suggestions right now, and that should be coming soon. So we're pretty excited about that.
Coming to a store near you.
But
podcast near you, I guess I should say.
Coming to a podcast near you. I don't have a radio voice.
I don't either. I don't like
I
my
have a
voice.
radio face though.
Exactly.
I got a face for radio. But we're gonna it's February. Yeah. And we're gonna talk about what you talk about in February. Now, you would think that chocolate would be what we're gonna talk about in February.
One of my favorites.
It's not chocolate. We're gonna talk about
love.
So
that's kind of why we got married in February.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that the whole time.
Around Valentine's Day. It's because everybody gets to celebrate it with us.
Yeah.
That's kind of really the reason we did it.
There's always plentiful strawberries and chocolate around.
I know, right?
So
that's why.
Yep.
And we did red and black. So see,
yep.
there you
Our
go.
dating anniversary is on Valentine's Day. So
Oh, okay. Cool.
yeah. So we're kind of like you. We're just not as cool as you.
Yeah, you did October. It was on my dad's birthday though. So.
It was. So I
Not
am
that
as cool as
knew
you.
that. Yeah, there you go. Because my dad's cool.
He is cool. 100%.
Okay, back to the subject
Okay.
of love.
So as Christians, we look at love differently than the world does, or at least we should, don't you think? Today's podcast is not going to be real deep theology. You know, I mean, it's gonna be good stuff, but
I hope so.
it is. It's going to be good stuff, but it's not going to be, you know, we're not going to spend, like, we couldn't even put our last podcast on Facebook alone because it was too long. It's not going to be that. We're going to talk about love. We want to take advantage of the fact that Valentine's Day is this coming week. Yep. And we're going to talk about love. So not worldly love, godly love. And just a little disclaimer, I'm going to preface this. I'm not going to go in your typical direction. So, I mean, this verse, I'm pulling this verse out. So it's like, you've heard it before, but I'm just telling you, it's not going to be your standard where you think that we're going to go. So it's always fun to talk about love until it isn't fun to talk about love. And so we're really going to hone in on a verse that is used a lot, but only partially. Okay. So we're going to start with Luke 6:35. Everyone should be able to quote it.
I'm sure of it. I'll quote it for you.
Okay, you quote it. Go ahead and quote it right now.
Let's see. But love ye your enemies and do good and lend, hoping for nothing again. And your reward shall be great, and ye shall be the children of the highest, for he is kind unto the unthankful and to the evil. How'd I do?
You did really good.
Wow.
Your memory is so good.
I'm telling you. It's great.
So let me just ask you. Is it fun yet?
Oh, it's great.
Love your enemies and do good and lend, hoping for nothing again. We're just going to pick this verse apart. Okay. So love ye your enemies. And he just came right out and said that. How dare he? That's kind of,
Right.
Love your enemies. And I guess my question is this even possible? Is it possible to love your enemies? And then the next part, do good. So I don't think that when we think about doing good, that's too hard.
Right.
Or is it? Is it too hard? But then the next part, and lend, hoping for nothing again. Now, we're not talking about lending to your kids We're not talking about lending to your friends, your family that you like, your family that you don't like. We're talking about enemies. We're still in that group of enemies. I think this is the spot that trips some people up. I really do. And it trips me up. If I'm completely honest, it trips me up. And we wonder how God could ever want us to lend anything to our enemies. I mean, what if they squander it away on something that we disapprove of? You know what I'm saying? It's like, how could he say this? Because surely he couldn't want what we've worked so hard for to just be squandered away by someone who doesn't care. Chances are that's going to happen. You know, they're going to squander it away. But who did all your stuff and money belong to before and after it was in your hands? Who did that belong to? And you know, it's God's. It's all to, you know, from the beginning to the end, it's all his. Can we really lay claim to anything that we have? And honestly, life really is much simpler if we look at what is in our hands correctly. It all belongs to him. So I think it's much easier to spend other people's money or be a giver of things when they are not yours to lose. I mean, if somebody says to you, hey, here's, you know, $5,000. I want you to go buy stuff to redecorate my house.
Yeah.
How fun would that be?
That would be great.
You know, but that's exactly what we're doing. You know, we think that we work for the stuff, that we deserve the stuff that we have, but in all actuality, it's his to begin with. And when we approach it as if it's his to begin with, it's much easier to give. It's much easier to give away.
People forget that it's all his.
Yes.
I work for this.
Yeah.
I did this. I did. Well, there's your problem.
Yeah.
I.
Yes, that's exactly right. I want to talk about me.
Yeah,
Was that Toby Keith's song?
I talk about me.
And he's gone. He's gone from us.
He's gone forever.
Yeah. Anyways,
we won't talk about where he's at.
No. We're not sure, but
no.
Well, I mean, one day we'll find out.
Yeah, there you
go. But I thought that was one of his songs.
I don't remember. It could have been. Where's Amy when you need her?
Yeah, Amy, we need you. We need your
Guess what we'll be looking up when we get off the podcast? Somebody's probably already getting their phone out to scroll in and see
Keith's songs. Yeah.
I think it is, but
yeah, I think it is too. So it's much easier to spend your money, to give your things away when it's not yours. It's not yours. You're giving someone else's stuff away, and that is the key. It's not ours to give. And if we approach it as if this is God's money and I get to spend it, it would be much, how should I say this? It would be much more fun. Much more fun. So, because the next section of the verse says, and your reward shall be great, and ye shall be the children of the highest. So we are so focused on the temporal all the time. The only things that will last will be the ones that are truly done for Christ. And I think that we have a tendency to forget that. And he is a reward. Heaven is a reward. Being a child of the highest, there's nothing that can compare to any of that, yet we fail to see it. Do we fail to see it because we don't want to see it? Be careful. Sorry. He has given us the ability to see things in ways that are not possible to see with our naked eye, and yet we squander that away. Just like we are afraid that someone will do that with our stuff, if we give it to them. So let's go to the last portion of the verse. For he is kind unto the unthankful and to the evil. So one thing is for sure, you can't be like Jesus if you don't want to be like Jesus. Okay, I said it. I said that, and I said it correctly. You can't be like Jesus if you don't want to be like Jesus. He is kind unto the unthankful and to the evil. I'm just asking, let that set in. I have to let it set in as well. So if you're looking for someone who deserves our kindness, our love, our compassion, we're never going to find someone. We're never going to find someone to share these with, all of our stuff, ever if we're looking for someone that deserves it.
Right.
So we are using our standard of measurement. When you use Jesus' standard of measurement, you can't find someone who
Changes
doesn't.
everything.
Yeah. You can't find someone who doesn't meet the criteria, because he just said that he's kind unto the unthankful and to the evil.
Usually our flesh wants to just get back at the unthankful
Right.
and the evil ones
Right.
when it's not our place.
Right. So that's what I'm saying, is that we're not approaching this correctly. I think that if we would look at what we have is not ours, it's not ours, so we can spend it as much as we want. And I'm not talking about just money. I'm talking about everything, your time, everything. If we look at life like that, and Jesus says he's generous, he loves the unthankful and the evil, I think that we should too.
Mm-hmm.
So Jesus loved, was kind to, cared about, and had compassion for Judas.
Mm.
So we're kind of in the middle.
Think about that one.
I know. Exactly. So we're, I don't know if anybody's watching The Chosen. We did a social media, whole media fast here at the church for 2 weeks
ago. Mm-hmm.
We were allowed to watch Christian things. So we opened up The Chosen, and I love it. I am absolutely in love with it. But we're just a few episodes ago from what we're watching, Judas stepped on the scene. And it was kind of eerie thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Because we know that there's a lot of things that are ad lib, even if it's just acting and different things. We completely understand that. But ultimately, the story is not just a story, it's real, you know? But Jesus loved him. You know, in this depiction of this particular part, it was just before the Sermon on the Mount, or actually it was just after. Judas came and said to Jesus that he wanted to be a part of that, and Jesus is kind of looking at him like, can you do hard things? You know what I'm saying? And Judas, you know, eventually he's like, yeah, I can do hard things. And he's like, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? So, but he loved him, and he wanted him to be a part of his group of insiders. We look at the story of Judas and we think, how could this be? Mm-hmm. And how could Jesus let him in? But he did, knowing fully well what was going to happen.
But don't you think a lot of times using Judas, you think, I mean, how in the world could you do that to Jesus? But was that any different than some of the things that we've done to Jesus?
No, not a bit.
During our Christian walk?
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's the key right there. That's the key right there, is we're no different than Judas. We're no different than Judas. But he wants us to be a part of his group of insiders.
Right.
You know, and if he loves us like that, how can we not freely love other people, even when they're evil and even when they're unthankful? Mm-hmm. I mean, I just don't, how can we do it? Judas chose to do something totally different so his reasoning, Jesus' reasoning, may not be quite understood, because we all know how this goes down. But I think that it's very important to see that Judas was afforded all of the same things that Jesus had to offer and gave to his other disciples. Mm-hmm. His time, his love, his teachings, his example. And Judas chose to do something different with all of those things than the others chose. And Jesus knew that, and he still gave of himself. He still gave all of himself to Judas.
Yep.
I need this. You know, as I was, praying and writing for this particular podcast, knowing that I just wanted to take advantage of the time, because it's Valentine's Day, to talk about love. We've gone into depth in love for our podcast, but I was like, I need this. Mm-hmm. You need this.
Oh, yeah.
They need this.
How you know I need this?
I
No.
do. I know.
I know you do.
But I need this. I do.
Yeah, we all do.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we taught the kids in LifeWise this week about the 10 Commandments. The first 4, are instruction on how to love and have a right relationship with God. The last 6 are how to love and have a right relationship with people. And that's, if you want to read that for yourself, it's Exodus 20, 3 through 17. And I strongly recommend that you do that. But we know that in Matthew 22, Jesus made this really, really clear.
So Matthew 27, 37 through 40 says, Jesus said unto them, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these 2 commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
So you notice I had a typo, but I didn't spell commandment wrong. You just pronounced it
I
wrong.
did. I did. I'm so sorry. Commandments.
I'm just making that clear. I didn't do that.
Whatever.
So
You said
favorite-
never a while ago.
Love God, love people. It's one of my favorite things because it's so simple.
But it's not just the people you want
Yeah, exactly.
and pick and choose.
Yeah.
It's all people.
I know. And listen, I had to pull my toe. I still right now I have to pull my toes
Yeah.
back
No, I'm with
because
you.
I'm feeling I don't measure
This
up
is
to
this is a that I don't measure up to.
Oh yeah,
It is.
same. We're in the same boat.
Yeah.
We're in the same
I
boat.
try.
Yeah.
Believe me, but there's days it's harder than others.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
But
And I think that changing your perspective on the love that you have comes from him. It's his to begin with.
well, you got to remember. I don't know where it come from. Maybe it was life-wise. I don't know that everybody is somebody. Everybody's value to God. I don't even know where I got that from.
So
What was that from?
it's from Sunday school.
Sunday school.
Every life is valuable.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's true.
That
So
we
if we
say-
remember that,
Yeah.
the world could definitely
I
know that.
I know.
It would help everything, if everybody realized that everybody is valuable in God's eyes.
Right. Yep. So
There's no
it was so
big eyes
key.
and little U's.
No, there isn't. And that's why I try to, talking with the kids, we use the same, we just grow we build off of our Sunday school lessons for our discipleship. I'll talk about discipleship in just a little bit, do a little plug-in for that at the
There you
end.
go.
But every life is valuable to God.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one. And when I was talking to the kids, I was like, so what if they're dirty? They're still valuable.
Mm-hmm.
What if they don't smell so great?
Right.
What if they don't have a whole lot of money?
Mm-hmm.
What if they do have a whole lot of money and they're snobby?
What if they're mean to you?
Right. And
Call you names,
Yeah,
bully you.
exactly. And you know what, Renee? This is the key. We cannot, because during that lesson we were talking about, I remember in discipleship we were talking about, voting and what we had just voted on. You know what I'm saying? The abortion and things like that. And honestly and truly, we cannot teach our kids that is wrong without teaching them that every life is valuable. If not just in the womb,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Not just when they're little babies, not just when they look just like we do,
Right.
not when they smell just like we do, or, can get the same grades as we do, or I hope somebody can get better grades than me. But you know what I'm saying? We can't teach
Hey, I got
them.
straight A's in
Home ec.
recess and lunch.
There you go. We're in the same boat again.
There we go.
I did like my lunch. I was really good at it.
I did King Don's and chocolate milk. They were perfect.
French
Straight A's.
fries dipped in ketchup and mayonnaise. Top notch. But we can't teach them that the womb is precious if we don't teach them that life after
Right.
the womb is precious as well. And that's what we should be doing. And right now is the thing, God punishes to the third and fourth generation. So what we're doing right now
Right.
is going to have an effect on our kids, our grandkids, our great grandkids. Okay. And it's going to span even past that. So do we want that to be good, or do we want that to be bad? You know what I'm saying? I mean, what do we want them to have? Do we want them to be blessed, or do we want them to be cursed? You know what I'm saying? We have to teach them.
Yeah.
And like you said, God does not specify certain people to love. He just says love people. And that's non-discriminatory. So do we have the capability to do that? I would say yes, we do in him.
In him.
That's the only way that we have it.
But that's letting him lead 24/7.
Right.
And most of the time, that's not what we do.
No, it isn't what we do. But there's a better way.
We let him lead when we come to church.
Yeah.
Do you let him lead
Sometimes.
Yeah. Do you let him lead during the week?
During the week.
Exactly. The reckon week.
During the wreck of the week,
Listen, it's my day to not speak correctly,
It
okay?
is. We're going to say.
It's all right. Wait
we're
till a
gonna
little bit
say-
later what we're going to do. We're going to see. We got something new today.
But, this may not be the typical what you thought love was going to be about, but I came
Well, it
across
needs to
this
be
verse.
said.
Yeah, I came across this verse and I'm like, this is not, we're not talking about, he's not telling us to love the people that are lovable
Right.
to us. He's talking about loving the evil and loving the unthankful, because that's what we do.
Yep.
That's what
And we're all in that category.
Yes.
We can't just say, well, we know who
Right.
we're talking about there.
Right.
No, it's all of us.
every single
Because there's days I'm unthankful. There are days I'm probably evil.
Yeah.
Ask Gary. Today's a good day. It's our anniversary, so today's a good day.
What, you gave it away. I was going to sing happy anniversary
Oh,
to you.
I'm sorry.
not
Go
gonna do it
ahead.
now. I'm not going to do it.
Oh.
Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary, dear Renee. Pastor Gary. Happy anniversary to you.
Yeah. Well, this is a Sunday, so it's my anniversary is the 11th. So
Yeah.
you're not going to be watching this on the 11th, but
2/11/24.
thank you.
You're welcome.
It's very sweet.
You're very special, and you guys deserve
Thank
it. You deserve the best.
Thanks.
That's really all I have. I do want to plug in
Okay.
NOYC
Yes.
coming up. Get registered.
We've got some good registrations coming in.
Do we?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
I think they said like our first month, we probably hit like 50 just within the first month. And that was very, very
And we don't usually
unusual.
have them ready by this point, do we? Like,
We usually open up registration in May.
right.
But this year, because Josh thinks we will be definitely at cap. I mean, we're going to be at camp, but I mean, talking about cap. Capacity, yes. 400 is what our capacity is.
Yeah.
It might be 401.
I got mine. Well, especially if Josh and Jenny and Juliet haven't registered
Right? Be 403. They still have not.
403. Yet. Yep. Well, we have to allow for that.
Hey,
401, so 404 we'll have.
Yeah, there's still quite a few in our church that's not either. They better get their butts in gear.
Yeah.
But
We
all
love
of
you. We love you. We love you, but
Well,
you better get your
yeah,
butts in gear.
that's right.
So NOYC, if you don't know what that is, you can check out the NOYC. You can check out the church's website and also NOYC on Facebook. It's our youth camp.
It's the NOYC.com.
The NOYC.com. Yeah. The NOYC.
I think there's videos on there you can watch and see how a week of camp
it's
is.
fun.
It's really good.
Yep, the
Looking
videos are
forward to
always
it.
fun. And we haven't plugged LifeWise.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We have the LifeWise program. You can learn more about that. LifeWise.org, is it?
Could be.
I'm a teacher. I just don't
It
know.
could be on our church site too. I don't know what. Josh
Yeah,
has
it
got
could
on
be.
there,
I haven't
but
been on there for a while, so I'm too busy.
Well, our church shares a lot of the LifeWise stuff, so if you
Yeah.
can always find it on Facebook
Yeah.
too. But it's
So
really
it's
good.
basically it's Bible-based teaching during school hours. So just check it out. We are a great supporter of that. It's a huge ministry of our church, just like the NOYC. Also, discipleship program on Wednesday nights. If you don't have a home church, or if you have a home church that doesn't do Wednesday nights, we have a discipleship program on Wednesday nights for ages 5 to 12. That's going on during
6 o'clock.
church. Yeah, during church service, 6 o'clock. So between
So the
6 and
adults can
7.
come to Bible study and
Yep.
the kids can go to discipleship.
Yep. So we
Yeah.
got that, and that's just a play off of Sunday school. So we're extending that. So the kids they got a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to keep it a little bit simple for them, but they love it. Kason said, discipleship is like nothing else.
Oh,
He said that to his mom. and
that's
I
so
was like,
cute.
yes,
Yeah, that's so
even when I
cute.
feel like I'm failing.
Isn't it
can do
usually when
something.
it is? It's
It
when you
is.
kind of you get that little bit of a
Yep.
plug from something.
I needed
or
that.
somebody
When she told me
just
I
gives you
needed
a nudge, and it's like that's
Yep.
exactly
God's
what you
like,
needed.
she needs this.
Yep, that happened.
She needs this.
Yep.
All right, I'm ready for my morning.
All right, so we have something we're gonna try today. So I've been watching a podcast, and this lady does it at the end of hers. So we're gonna try it on ours. It's called Lightning Round. So I'm gonna ask Christy 5 questions, and off the top of her head, she's gonna give me answers.
I'm scared.
She's really scared, so she shouldn't be. It's good stuff. You don't trust me? Trust
I
in
don't
me.
trust. I don't trust you.
You don't trust me?
I mean, I love you, but I don't trust you. I
Okay,
just
so I'm going to have to use my piece of paper because
That's
I didn't
fine.
write these. Okay.
do it.
So question number 1.
Okay.
In the 10 plagues, which one would throw you overboard?
Probably the lice.
Yes. Good answer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we all know how I am about certain things. I'm just like, kill me now.
Okay.
Kill me now.
Number 2.
Okay.
What is your favorite worship song currently?
Worship song, like for church, like we do here.
Yes.
Maybe Goodness of God.
Goodness of God. We
Yep.
just did that this morning. I love that song.
Yeah.
I could sing it all the time. But see, so far so good.
Okay.
They're not bad, right? Number 3. What is your favorite book in the Bible?
Oh.
I never heard that one, but
Oh,
You're not supposed to
goodness.
think about
I
it.
know. I know. Well, my favorite verse is in John, so we're just gonna go with John.
John. Okay.
Yep.
Number 4. Where has been your favorite vacation place?
My favorite vacation place. The cruise. Labadee, Haiti.
And last but not least,
Okay.
this is a good one.
Oh no, I'm scared.
Out of all the characters in the Bible, who do you feel would be your best friend?
Oh, my best friend. I've been watching The Chosen, you know.
So that should help you, but don't think fast.
I know.
I mean, don't think slow.
I think
fast.
John the Baptist.
Would you like to elaborate?
He's crazy.
Are you saying I'm crazy?
Yeah. Yes, I am. I don't know if you're
I'm done with this
I
podcast.
don't know if you're quite that crazy, but listen, I'm attracted to a certain type.
I am who I am by the grace of God.
I'm attracted to a certain type. I don't know.
Oh, that's all right. I like to have fun.
Yeah.
It's okay.
All right, it's coming back.
See, that wasn't that bad,
No,
was
it wasn't.
Please
It
be
was
nice to me next
I will.
time.
I will.
So every week, or not every week, but every podcast, it'll be either I give those to Chrissy or Chrissy gives those to me. And they'll be different questions, and we won't know what they are. So
No,
it should be
she
good.
did not give me a hint, as you could tell.
I didn't. I hid the paper.
Because this is the type of person I am. I'll be like, later on, I'll be like, oh, I should have said this. Oh, I should have said
That's
this.
the whole point of a lightning round is
Yeah.
think quick. So,
I like the whole Bible. I'm just going to sound real spiritual.
oh my gosh. Mine's always been Psalms. I love the Psalms. Spiritual. Okay. We might want to wrap
I
this
got
up.
the Holy
You sound like Kaa in Jungle Book. Go ahead and sing a song. Trust in me.
I don't know that one.
Oh,
I know the bare necessities.
no, close your eyes.
Nope.
And trust.
It wasn't my thing.
Oh.
It wasn't my girl.
I don't like the snake, but I like the song.
That surprises me. See,
See?
I'm attracted to the crazies.
I'm like Baloo.
Oh,
Is that what you're saying?
no. You're crazy. You're like crazy like the snake.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't say that. I don't like snakes.
Crazy.
I think I'm going to wrap this up and leave now.
I think so. Now it's just getting a little ridiculous right now. I got things that I got to do. I
probably
don't know
already
how your
turned us
Sundays are, but my Sundays
I
are
got a
very
lot of
busy.
counting for OCC to do.
We got other ministries. We gotta
Yes.
go.
All right. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. We got a new subject. See ya.
Peace. We
right.
have to be careful what we say because he'll use it for a blooper reel. Oh, yeah. You better pray. Yeah.
Pray for CJ.
Oh, yeah.